Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of this series where we are building a progressive web app with offline functionalities. In the last video, we've created a REST API backend, and in this video, we're going to work on our application front end using React and Tailwind. So let's get started. So let's start with deleting this front-end folder and actually initialize a new with React project using with CLI. Alright, now we have a fresh React.js project. Let's go ahead and install a bunch of libraries that we will use in this project. Alright, now let's also install TailwindCSS. Alright, now inside Tailwind config.js, we need to add our content paths. Next, inside index.css, we need to delete the initial styles and add the Tailwind CSS styles. Now we need to install with PWA package as a dev dependency to our project. Alright, now let's open up our application in browser. Alright, next we need to build the overall structure of our application, and I'm going to create a folder named pages. So all of our pages will be in this folder, and we need a folder named components. So let's start with the welcome page. So this is going to be the first page that our users see whenever they open up our application. And we also need another page named tasks. And finally, we need a create page, which is going to be our create form for creating another task. Alright, now head over to app.tsx, and we're going to delete all of these content, and we're going to create our routes using React Router DOM. We're going to import browser router from React Router DOM, and we're going to define a content component, and the content component is going to contain our routes. Here inside this content component, we're going to apply our transition animations between the pages. So we are going to use location hook to control the flow of routing. Alright, we are done with the routing, and next we are going to add our animation transitions to index.css, and we're also going to apply a dark color to our background. Alright, next we are going to define a layout component to be our default page layout. Alright, now we are going to define our welcome page. All right, this is our welcome page, and if you need the welcome page banner file, you can use the links in the description. And now let's see, our application looks cool, and we also need to add a banner description right underneath the heading. All right, our welcome page is looking great, so let's build our tasks page. All right, here in the task page we need to define a header and a task section. Alright, this is our tags header where we have also a add task button. Alright, here we're going to show our latest tasks, and we're going to define a component named task item. Alright, we are done with the markup. Now we are going to define two functions here. Alright, we are done with the task item component. Later on, when we are connecting the front end to our REST API, we will complete this sync check function. So head over to tasks.tsx, and we're going to import the task item. I'm just going to add a couple of dummy data here. Alright, as you can see, we have a task item here, and I think we need to tweak the title to be aligned with the check input. Alright, now we are going to build our create task form here inside the get.tsx. Alright, we are done with the create task form, and now we're going to connect our application to our REST API. So first, let's check out our create task form. Looks great. So this is our task and this is our priority. Alright, now let's continue with connecting our application to the REST API that we built in the previous video. I'm going to run our REST API project, and this is our base URL for our backend. I'm going to create a service.ts file. I'm going to place a couple of functions to call our REST API here, and also my access configuration here. So now let's start with create task form. Alright, here inside create task form, we're going to use the create task service function to submit our form. Alright, here we need to show our users a toast notification. So for that, we're going to use React Hot Toast. So let's install that. Alright, now we need to head over to our root file and add toaster component. Here I'm going to show a success toast. And we also here we're going to reset our form. The thing is that we are missing here is that we're not setting the value for the input. Alright, now let's test our form. Alright, that's great. Now let's work on these tasks list. Alright, now we need to look through these tasks and show our task items. Alright, this is our task list, and so we need to connect the onCheck method state changes and sending the request to our REST API for editing a task. So inside the task item, we need to complete this sync check method. Alright, this is our sync check function. So we are basically requesting an edit for the task item that we have the ID for, and then we're going to call a function to inform the tasks for the state changes. Now let's handle the tasks changes. Alright, this is our handle task check function. We're basically updating our tasks state, and then we're going to fetch the new changes from the server. So let's test our application. Here we have a list of tasks. So let's go ahead and check one. Alright, our task is checked, and let's reload again, and everything is updated. And the final step is to bring a offline experience to this application using Workbox and with PWA. It basically doesn't matter which frameworks you use. So if you're using React or Vue.js, it doesn't matter. The steps are basically the same. Alright guys, that was the second part of this series. In the next video, we're going to get our hands dirty with Workbox and with PWA. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.